Here we go. We are live. Hello, this is
Hi.
Dr. Mary Anderson. We are watching for live. This is Through the Lens with Dr. Mary and Healing Vocals. And I have a special guest with me today, and that is Ryan Higgins. How are you guys?
Good, how are you?
Doing good. Ryan joins us. He is a country music rock musician. Did I have that right, Ryan?
Country, it's alternative country, but yeah, we do a little more like rock infused into the country.
Awesome, awesome. And you have a band that's called Runaway Sons.
Correct?
And for those of you that do not know, Ryan has been nominated by the Josie Awards.
Yeah.
Can you tell?
We got nominated for Songwriter of the Year. I did, and then our band got nominated for EP of the Year as well. I feel like we could have been nominated for Song of the Year, but I ended up forgetting to submit a nomination for that. So,
That's
yeah.
okay. It is. That's okay. That is not bad. That is
No,
not bad at all.
no, considering we've only been a band for roughly 8 months.
Wow. Wow. Did you ever see yourself getting a Josie nomination?
Um, to be honest with you, compared to where I was a year ago, I didn't expect any of this. Um, yeah, that's pretty much all I'll say. But yeah, I shouldn't be here. So just to be nominated for anything is amazing.
Yeah. Yeah. Have you ever been to the Josie Awards?
No, I went down to the Grand Ole Opry, which is where the Josie Awards is being held, and didn't realize that in order to get in, you needed to have a reservation to buy tickets and stuff for the tour, and we weren't able to go. But I got to see the outside of it. This time I'll get to actually see the inside, which will be awesome.
Yeah, and if you have to, if you guys win and you get to go up on that stage, it is a surreal moment, a
Oh,
very
I
surreal
can
moment.
only imagine.
I know many people that have graced that stage, and man, it's just a fantastic, fantastic night and day. It's actually a 2 day celebration, so it's their 10th anniversary.
Right.
Um, of the Josies, and they're wonderful people that put that on. And I cannot thank them enough for supporting artists, individual artists, independent artists, just all artists and music, and they love it. And it's just a really good organization to be a part of and a family of. My first time was like last year,
Oh,
and
wow.
when I got invited, I was flabbergasted, and everybody was so nice, and people kept coming up to me, shaking my hand, hugging me. It was great. It was great. So,
That's awesome. Yeah, it seems like the people, Josie and Tina, that do it, I feel like from what they've been able to accomplish in the 10 years, I feel like they've done really well for themselves.
yeah, yeah, they have, and we're just really thankful to have them. So, will you be joining us Saturday too for the celebration at the
So
Country Music Hall of Fame?
I've debated between going there. I think I'm going to skip it. Um, reason being because I'm going to be down there for 4 days. I feel like Saturday night, I think I'm going to try hitting some songwriter rounds.
Gotcha. Okay.
Check some of those out. But I'll definitely be there Sunday, and I have another interview on Tuesday because I'm going down Friday night, Saturday night, Sunday, Monday, and then leaving Tuesday. So I have another interview down in Nashville on Tuesday. So that will be the basically the conclusion of the whole trip.
Very cool. I would love
Yeah.
to show you around Nashville and introduce you to some songwriter friends of mine.
Yeah, that'd be cool. Because I know Jake, he me and him's kind of talked and stuff about when we got down there or when I got down there and stuff, kind of meeting up and seeing things around there, which I've been down there before. So, like, as far as like going to some of the bars and stuff that I've already been to, it's not really of importance. This is more of a networking opportunity for me than sightseeing.
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. For those of you that don't know, Jake is one of my artists that I help manage, and he is doing brilliantly at it. And man, I cannot say enough good things about him. Ryan, did you know his first night in Nashville, he was at Alan Jackson's bar singing?
No, I didn't.
Yes, and the next day he was collaborating and meeting Lainey Wilson's top songwriter. He's doing a
Really?
fantastic job. Hmm.
Wow.
Yep, he's already booked studio time or fixing to. He's just on it. I mean, just on it. And he said you were the same way. So I'm really thankful that you guys are working so hard, and I appreciate you guys.
Yeah. Um. Yeah. That's the thing. Is like I don't try to slow down. Because I'm always looking for opportunities and stuff to try to make our brand and our band and stuff better. Today we actually just announced that we partnered up with a nonprofit organization called Three Gals and Their Pals to help get dogs adopted and fostering.
Wait, I had pressed the wrong button there.
But yes,
Um,
Jeremy, we are live on stream.
hey, Jeremy. Hey, everybody watching. There's a bunch of people watching. I think Jake's watching. Um, yeah, tell me more about that organization and how you became to be a part of it.
So the company that I work for, Crooked Handle, they're a brewing company, and they did a event and stuff where people were allowed to bring their animals and their dogs and stuff outside to kind of have like a dog day,
Cool.
do like little baskets and stuff for them and have them swim in like the swimming pool and thing like that. Well, they were out there trying to get these dogs adopted, and they I liked the presentation that they had. I've wanted to partner up with somebody like this for a while, but when I went outside and kind of got to talk to them and their dogs and got to just kind of see like what they were doing and what they were about, I really enjoyed it. I We sat down today at Culver's. It's a restaurant, and just kind of went over what the expectations were from me and how I can help them, which was basically just kind of showcasing the dogs and stuff that they have that need adopted and fostering at our shows, showcasing them on our social media and things like that. And we're looking to partner with a organization also that works with cats as well, because I have four
Wow.
cats myself, and all of them are stray rescues from the streets. So any opportunity that I can to try and help the animals, I'm going to.
Absolutely. I love that. Man, I wish more people would do that. For those of you that don't know, I had a medical mission dog, Ryan, that went everywhere with me for about 8 years. We traveled the world together. His name was Frosty, and he recently passed away. So I love that organization, and I wish you the best of luck with that.
Oh, thank you.
Absolutely. Yeah. Um, Ryan, tell us a little bit about your band. Who are the members? What are they
Um,
like? What's
so
on the road like?
So my guitarist, John Check, he is basically my best friend. The whole thing kind of started. I was on Facebook and he saw me and wanted me to play rhythm for this other girl that was the lead singer. And I knew the girl, so we went and had a band practice and stuff. Then he realized that I could sing, and there was kind of some turmoil that happened between me and the lead
Mm,
singer, and they decided to basically, because of her lying and stuff, to kind of some things that happened, and basically dismantle the band itself and then come form a band with me. Um,
okay.
so when that happened, we ended up having a radio interview that we needed to get some songs and stuff out. So I had some songs and everything that I was already writing. We went and recorded them, and we've basically been a band since then. Our band consists of our guitarist John Check, our bass player Herbie Arnold, our drummer, his name is Brendan Perot, and obviously me as a songwriter and rhythm guitar player, even though I'm not really a good rhythm guitar player, but I try my best, so that's what matters.
Well, you can't be any good if you won a Josie nomination. I mean,
I
got
won it for song.
nominated.
I
That's,
wrote. I won it for song, or got nominated for songwriting, not guitar playing.
well, okay,
I
okay.
I can write.
What?
I can write. It's it's one of those things. Like I see so many of these other people out there, and like they can do like all kinds of like finger picking and stuff like that. Like I wish I could do that, but last year, basically with the whole thing about talking about like how
Hmm.
I shouldn't be alive and everything, I had complete reconstructive surgery on my wrist.
Wow,
So I ended up having a laceration that cut basically my whole entire hand completely apart. And I came a millimeter away from hitting my ulnar artery and basically dying. So
wow.
that's why like any opportunity that we get and stuff as far as being nominated, songs that we're writing that people message us and they're like, hey, did we really relate to this song? Like we're very thankful for that. Um,
Mm,
and that's kind of like why like a lot of our music and stuff isn't anything that you're going to hear on the radio. It's not your girl in a pickup truck, that kind of stuff. It's more about real life stuff, about heartache and depression and basically things that people can relate to because we all go through it every day.
yeah, absolutely. For those of you that don't know, I'm a big component of a big advocate, actually, of mental health, and I'm a family nurse practitioner on top of being an artist manager, doing events, doing podcasting. And, a lot of songwriters write about real life stuff. And I think that makes the best songs. So don't ever say you're not going to be on the radio, because you never know. You never know when that one song is going to hit somebody right and be a hit. I
Right.
see it time and time again. So don't give up on that dream. I have a feeling one day we're going to hear you on the radio and we're going to remember this talk, and you're going to
Well,
say, Dr. Mary was right.
yeah, and seeing that's the thing too. Like, I don't like going into this with a mindset that I have an expectation for this. I want to be on the radio because I don't. I don't go into this with an expectation. I want to sound like this. I want to be on the radio. I
Sure,
go into this with an expectation. I write music for me. I don't write it for anybody else. That helps me through my battles and my struggles in life. And if somebody hears it and they relate to it and it helps somebody, then I've done basically my service as a person.
sure.
Yep.
Yeah, I really feel that. Man, that hits kind of hard there. It. I recently got into songwriting.
Hmm.
If you could give anybody some advice about songwriting, what would it be?
Be completely vulnerable. Don't don't go into songwriting and ask people for their opinions on what they think your song sounds like. If your song is good enough for you, then it's good enough.
Amen to that. Yeah. I do tell my artists that, you got to write from the heart. Don't
Hmm.
let it be somebody else's. Don't, make it about life, something you've seen, experienced. I
Yeah.
think those,
Have you
go
listened
ahead.
to any of our music?
I have, yeah.
Okay, so for those of the that haven't listened to it, our song "Till the Last Teardrop Falls Apart," that's actually about my daughter that passed away. Our song "Final Goodbye," that was written about an ex that overdosed that I dated. So like
Um,
that's what I mean as far as like be vulnerable. Don't try to hide
mhm.
the dark stuff, and because I've come to the conclusion that more people are going to gravitate to the stuff that they feel more than something that's got a good melody. I'm a firm believer that lyrics drive all songs.
Absolutely. Yeah. That's, what comes to mind is Stairway to Heaven.
Yeah.
What were they thinking when they wrote that? Like, what's the story behind that? I would love to ask people. I know most of them are probably passed away now, but I would love to pick somebody's brain and just know what they were thinking when they wrote that.
Right. Yeah. I mean, because that's the thing. It's like you can sit there and listen to any kind of lyric and stuff, and it may have a certain meaning to you, but it may not be completely at all what that song's about.
True.
I think
That's
I
true.
think lyrics have a lot to do with interpretation and how somebody interprets it.
Yeah. What's the one iconic song that you remember from like your teenage years or growing up?
Um, so like I'm a little different. So like I didn't grow up on country music necessarily. I grew up listening to people like Breaking Benjamin, 3 Days Grace. Like I went through my little emo phase where I was a high school kid that thought the world was after me and didn't realize until after high school that high school was actually the good years. Um, I would say if I had to pick one artist growing up that I listened to that I really like a lot, it's Tracy Lawrence.
Oh well, yeah.
Yeah, Tracy Lawrence. Jason Michael Carroll was another one. Um, but like people that I listen to now, it's got to be Morgan Wade or Benjamin Todd. Those are like my top two people that I listen to, and I'm a huge fan of Lana Del Rey as well. So like her lyrical
Mm-hmm.
aspects and the way that she intertwines meanings in her lyrics and stuff is something that I really enjoy a lot as well. So I try to model kind of some of like the play on words and stuff based off of hers, but that's just kind of what I do as far as lyric wise goes sometimes.
I feel you. I kind of grew up in the. I'm gonna butcher this name. I always do. I can never say this artist's name, and y'all don't laugh. Eminem. Oh Lord, it sounds like I'm
Yeah,
saying Eminem. I know, but it's just my twang. And then I grew up on country, and then it was like Three Doors Down, like rock, and so I have this whole mixture of music that I grew up with.
right.
Um, and I don't know. I listen to some of that now, and I'm like, okay, but, what was I really listening to back then? Um, like Who Let the Dogs Out? I listened to
Yep.
that, and I'm like, I don't think it was about letting the dogs out, but I mean, hey, um, uh, man, we could travel down that road, but we're not going to.
Right.
Um, so definitely, what do you see? Like, what have you got currently going on, and what do you see for the future for you and your band?
Um, so we've got 15 shows booked from June to roughly September. Um, After that, basically our shows are more kind of spread out. Obviously with the weather and stuff changing, we kind of want to cut down on some of the shows and stuff and kind of do more during like the fall and the winter, more of our recording stuff.
Mm-hmm.
So that way we can release new music, and then when the spring and stuff comes out, then that's when we'll start playing shows and stuff with the newer music. Which our shows that we have coming up, we're going to have a few new songs that it's going to be played in there. Bleeding Heart is going to be another one that's in there. Um, we have a song called Runaway Son that is about a robber, kind of like a Wild Western song that basically it's a mother's plea to her son to stop doing things and hurting people because you're going to end up getting killed. And at the end of the song, he ends up catching the wrong end of the law and they hang him up in town with his whole family watching him.
Wow,
Yeah.
man,
So
have you thought about doing a music video with that?
we haven't. If we're going to do any music video, it's going to be for a song called The Struggle. Um, and then I definitely want to do something for my song Till the Last Teardrop Falls Apart. I just right now and stuff we're basically limited on using our own funds. We've talked to somebody which we're going to utilize once we get our shows and stuff in this year. Next year, we're going to utilize a sponsorship to where we're getting a monthly recurrence of money coming in, so that way we can play further shows away and fund our music and stuff like that as well.
Very cool. Very cool. I like that. Are you signed, or can you tell us that? Are you under a label? Do you have
We're not.
distribution?
We're not currently. Um, I think, like I said, I think this year is just kind of going to be like a let's see what happens kind of year, and then next year, then we're going to take things more further as far as turning the brand into an LLC. Um,
Mm.
Getting everything organized as far as that goes, getting a sponsorship that has a reoccurrence as far as money coming in every month, and then seeing if we can get with like a management company or a booking agent and just see what we can do from there.
Definitely, really, really important. I always tell all the artists that are with me, it's important to have good management. It's
Yep.
important to and get a manager that knows the process
Yeah.
from the ground up, because sometimes if they're just interested in booking, they're not interested in distribution for you or promoting you or getting you on like the ballots or anything like that. It can be kind of hard,
Right.
so you
Yeah, and
want the
that's the
full package.
yeah, and that's the thing too. It's like everything that you see on our Facebook that's social media related, as far as graphics, um, announcements and stuff, as far as like where we're playing, bookings, everything that's done with that has been created or done by me. So
Wow.
as far as like not even taking apart like the guitar playing, the singing, the songwriting, I'm doing that. Plus, I'm also doing our booking. I'm doing our graphic design. I'm doing all of our running costs and stuff like that for merch table to see what we can get and stuff like that. That's going to be more beneficial that we can sell to people for profitability, things like that. Um, but yeah, it's like everything that we've got from our shows ends up going back to the band. It doesn't go to our pockets or whatever like that. What we do is we take a percentage of it, and that covers our gas for the trip, and then everything after
Hmm.
that ends up going back to get either new hats and stuff for merch tables, getting new designs as
Hmm.
far as like posters, things like that. So that's basically kind of what we're at right now.
So growing your brand, getting out there, getting monetized is very important to you for the
Hmm.
life of your band. Yeah, absolutely. I can understand that.
Yep. Yeah, because the way I
So,
look at it, if you don't have the drive to kind of get your name out there and stuff, then you're basically just going to be a local artist that your local people are going to know.
yeah, yeah.
And this year we wanted to play three different states. We wanted to play Ohio, Kentucky, and Indiana. I'm working on a show in Kentucky at the moment. Indiana might be a little hard, just because of obviously the nomination we've had. Uh, we have our drummer and stuff. He's going to be gone for 10 days in July, so that kind of takes up some of
Hmm.
July and everything like that. But next year we want to be able to branch out even further. So we're playing shows in like Tennessee, St. Louis. I've had a band reach out to me from St. Louis or Missouri area that wants us to play a show in St. Louis and meet with them and do a kind of a half and half show with them. And
Very
then
cool.
yeah, so it's just kind of trying to branch out and stuff. The further that we can keep going every year, I feel like we're going to end up getting to the point to where people are going to start realizing who we are through different states.
Man, the Josie network is huge.
Yeah,
Just by your name being up there, you're going to get a lot of networking with that.
yeah, and
And we
that's
have,
go ahead.
go ahead. Nope, go ahead. I'm going to post a question.
No, we're actually from Dayton, Ohio. there's a girl that I know. Her name is Evie Schaefer. She's from West Virginia.
Mhm.
So our goal and hopes is that sometime next year we can end up doing a show with her. And that's the thing too. Like we when we book our shows, everybody's like, "Oh, can you play 4 hours? Can you do this?" And my answer is always no. I'm not playing for 4 hours. I'll play for 3 hours, or I'll book a show for 3 hours, and then what we do as far as that goes is then we find a local opener and we pay them
Mhm.
for an hour, and they play out of our set, and then we come on and play 2 hours. Because when it comes to getting people into a door, I feel like you're hitting a double market there. If you're bringing in a local opener and bringing somebody else's fan base in, plus you're bringing your own, not only does that help the business, it also
Yeah.
helps support another local musician. If I'm being booked for 3 hours, there's only so much songs
Mhm.
that a band that is only a year old can sustain for 3 hours vocally. One,
Yeah.
because I have acid reflux, and my vocals by the end of 2 hours is nowhere near close to what they would be if we just started. So my vocals take a toll on there as well. And I'm really big on trying to help support other musicians as well. So like anytime that I see somebody that I really like I went to go see Nolan Taylor. Nolan
Mhm.
Taylor and Logan Halstead, they were in Columbus. And I ran into this kid, and he was talking to Nolan about being an opener for him, and kind of he just started, like literally maybe has like a few songs and stuff he wrote on TikTok, has nothing recorded, never played live or anything. And I caught that, and I told him, I was like, "Hey, let me listen to your stuff." And he's a really good songwriter, really good. But I told him, I said, the thing that I want you, or that you need to start doing, is start playing open mics, start getting out and playing
Yeah.
live in front of people, because it's going to build your confidence. And I told him, I said, I have a show in November, because he's in Columbus. I told him, I said, I got a show in November. Send me something of what you've progressed through August, and if it's up to where I think it should be, which I don't see any reason why it shouldn't, I'm going to end up bringing him on as an opener to open up for us.
Very cool.
Yeah,
Very cool. I like that. You seem like you've got a good plan together.
I try.
Absolutely. So we've come to the kind of part in our show where we get to flip the script and you get to ask me some questions.
Oh
It can
gosh,
be anything.
I didn't
Favorite
plan on
food,
this.
what you've been up to, just something weird. It don't matter. It make it fun.
Okay, what's Sugar Shane working up to?
Sugar Shane,
Yeah.
Lord, what is he not up to? That boy. Sugar Shane is also on my team. I manage him as well, and he just got into the studio. I think this morning, early this morning, he's recording a new song.
Okay.
Um, Yeah, he's been doing some. I think he just got entered into a ISAA award for his songwriting, and he's continuing to songwrite right now.
That's awesome. Yeah, because I saw the picture that he posted earlier and stuff of him in the studio, and I was like, okay, what's he doing? Which I obviously knew he was recording something, but usually when he records something, he doesn't have any instrumentals or nothing. It's just him singing the lyrics. So it's kind of cool to see the possibility that something's coming out with actual instrumentals behind it.
Yes, we've been working on that. We've been working on that real hard. So,
Yep.
yep,
Um,
he's. I can't give away all my secrets, but there's more to come. So you might even see him with a band.
that would be cool.
Yeah, absolutely.
Um, as far as moving down to Nashville, what would you recommend? Because I want to move down to Nashville at some point.
Yeah. Well, actually, I'm considering getting a place in Nashville myself. So, because a bunch of my artists are already moving there.
Right.
Um, I would suggest if you can, getting a roommate that's a musician.
Yep.
It seems to work out very well. Um, I would suggest. I mean, I know all the places to hit in Nashville. What recording studios to hit, the hot places to go, where to go to meet other songwriters and musicians, where we hang out. even Cowboy Church. I mean, and I know the places to go, but as far as like a place to live, I might get on. There's classifieds. There's Nashville singers and songwriters. I think there's even a group for Pacific songwriters and musicians who moved to Nashville who want a roommate. I mean, there's several ways you can find that. Um,
You want to know what
if
my
you're thinking of
favorite part of Nashville is?
what's that?
So when I went down there, my favorite part of actually seeing Nashville was Painter's Alley.
Really?
Yep.
Oh my goodness.
I just thought it was such a cool, like, little, like, street with all kinds of different things on the sides and hidden, like,
Mhm.
little places. I know what the backstory behind that place is and why that area is so notorious, but it's one of those things. I feel like it's a hidden gem where people are just kind of like they don't know a whole lot about it, and then they stumble into it and they're like, okay, this is pretty neat because it's kind of secluded and you got different places you can go and go up into and stuff. It's pretty neat.
Well, West Virginia is a nice place to go too. I mean, there's several places I can go. St. Louis, West Virginia, Nashville. Um, those are kind of hot spots for singers and songwriters. You know, one of the really cool places to go in Nashville is called the Loveless Cafe. You ever been there?
Mm-mm.
Okay, well, when you get into town and me, you, and Jake are hanging out, um, I'm going to take you both there, and there's a
Okay.
reason. Let's say that all the greats who have been there have had their photos taken. So I made a deal with the owners of that place and some of the management and servers. And anytime I bring my artists in, anytime they're doing something great, like they got a Josie nomination, or I don't know, they're just killing it and they have their first single out or something, they'll take your picture and put it up on the wall and you can autograph it.
Oh, that's
And it'll
cool.
be there. Mm-hmm.
That'd be pretty
Yep.
neat.
So Jake doesn't know it yet, but he's going on that wall. So um, I really believe in you guys and your band and your mission and what you stand behind your music and even all your wonderful things you're doing with the community and pets. And I just wanted to give you a big high five and tell you you're doing all the right things and stick in there. And if you ever need anything, reach out to me.
Absolutely. I
Definitely.
appreciate you so much.
Yeah. Does anybody have anything in the audience they would like to ask Ryan before we end our show?
I'll answer any questions.
I see there's a bunch of people on through live, through Facebook and stuff.
Oh, that's
Well,
cool.
Ryan, before we get off here, is there anything you want to tell our viewers?
Um, no, I think we pretty much covered everything. Yeah, I think we pretty much covered everything. Like I said, I'm really thankful for the people I've met through music, and like that's the other thing too. Like that's part of the reason why I want to go down to Nashville is because here in Ohio, I don't feel I don't feel like I have that connection with other people that does music because a lot of it up here in Dayton is like rock music and things like that. I want to be down and around the people who think like me and write songs and stuff like that. I feel like I'm going to be so much more happier down there, whether I make it or not.
Yeah.
I mean, to be honest with you, I could care less. Like I'll literally sit on a street corner and sing for $20. I don't care. Somebody's going to hear a song.
That's a true musician, y'all. I
Yep.
mean, their heart is all about music. Money's gonna
I'm dead
come.
serious. Like I've literally have considered. So like I've got a '96 Blazer, and I don't know if you can see kind of how big the back is right here, but I've honestly thought about taking my money, just taking my rent and stuff, and just telling my landlord he can just go ahead and kick me out, or I'll leave and I'll just sleep in my vehicle, drive down to Nashville, sleep in my vehicle, shower at a Planet Fitness, and go stand on a street corner and just keep singing.
Oh Lord, don't do that.
I've thought about it.
I hear you though. I hear you. I do. Um, Goodness. We need to get you a home base. We need to get you set up in Nashville. Nice place, a place you can call home.
Not my
Um,
vehicle.
yeah, the Nashville, Nashville feels like home to a lot of people. I grew up there. So, man, we'll get you settled. We'll get you settled like we did Jake. So,
Yeah.
yeah, you just
Yeah.
say the word, and we'll jump in and help you. Absolutely.
Well, as soon as I get my settlement check, I'm down there.
I hear you. I
Yep.
hear you. Well, thank you so much for joining us. I hope you've had a blast. And
Oh, it was fun.
what I always tell everybody, once they are a part of our family, they are a part of our family for life. You can come back and you can be on our show anytime, whether that's releasing a single, telling us something cool, you just want to talk. I will set it up for you and I will help you in any way I can.
I really appreciate that, and it sounds like fun.
It is. It's lots of fun. Well, thank you so much, and I look forward to seeing you and Jake in Nashville pretty soon. And we're just going to go ahead and close out the show. And thank you so much for joining us.
Sounds good. I appreciate it. Thank you guys.
All right.
Bye
Take
bye.
care. Bye.
Yeah.